Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bachelor Nation News. Happy Friday. It's your boy, stand-up comic Dave, Neal, and we have got some crazy hypotheticals to talk to you guys about today. Could Lace be the next Bachelorette? Well, on the She's All Batch podcast, the fine ladies over at She's All Batch discussed the potential for Lace's Bachelorette. Plus, they interviewed Ben Higgins about how the Bachelor wanted him back for a second go-around. So we're going to get into both of these stories. It's a barrel-scraping Friday. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for bonus behind-the-scenes content. And also, guess what? The new podcast, Bachelor Rush Hour, officially begins November 1st. But I'm feeling excited, so I'm going to do an episode today. That's right. This Friday afternoon at 5 p.m. East Coast, I will be dropping to your devices. We already have several hundred people that have signed up. Maybe more. Let's see if we can get 1,000 on the first day. The Bachelor Rush Hour podcast. I'm going to compile all of the news from today, plus some entertainment news, and I'm going to get that to you guys on your devices. And if you were wondering, how can I get a podcast? You might not know the podcast game. That's easy to help you out with. There's a link tree, linktree.com/Dave Neal, where you just click on the link and it'll show you all of the different options for where you can listen. Chances are, if you have a smartphone, you use one of these. I suggest if you have an iPhone to use Apple Podcasts, hit the follow button once you join. There's a little follow button you can hit, and also, give it a 5-star review. And that'll get you a bonus content, original content every single day on top of these videos. All right, so I'm going to share with you this conversation that the She's All Batch ladies had, Stephanie and Jackie, regarding the potential to have Lace as the Bachelorette. But first, let's hear what they had to say with Ben Higgins on their podcast. Of course, go check out the whole thing. They've got a link tree too on their Instagram, so you can go follow their Instagram to get all of the content, podcasts, YouTubes, this and that. But have a listen.
I was never asked to go on Paradise. I was asked to be the Bachelor again.
And you said no?
What? I love what? As if saying what wasn't enough, we needed to do some sort of wax on, wax off here. I love the reactions.
The first time around when the tagline was the perfect bin, it set me up for failure. There's really no way but down. I didn't want to put myself in that situation again, or my family.
But you were single when you were watching Ari season. Were you like, man, that could have been the girls I dated?
Definitely. When you're being like, man, I could have, I wonder, you're just like, I wonder how this would have gone.
So the fact that contestants don't want to do it a second time just goes to show how much it sucks. It's like, imagine if someone was like, oh, you want to travel the world? Yeah. You want $150,000? Yeah. You want another 6 figures worth of endorsements and more celebrity? Yeah. You want to go on The Bachelor again? No. I don't want to go on The Bachelor again. Clearly, it's a mind flip.
I wonder if this could have gone well for me. I wonder if the ifs of this were, even then I felt like pretty confident that I made the right decision.
All right, so you can go check out this full podcast episode for She's All Batch. We really love what they do. They do a good job of providing information, but also they give you the fangirl experience. So speaking of the fangirl experience, here is them discussing the sort of DMs that they're in with the contestants, and in this case, Lace, and what Lace had to say about maybe becoming the next Bachelorette. Now, right before I play this, I will share, let's see, Lace is over here. She was on this season of The Bachelor in Paradise, of course, but she kind of comes from like the golden heyday of Bachelorette, which was like, 3, 4, 5 years ago. This is when this is when The Bachelor was like in its heyday. She also did Bachelor in Paradise last year, and they broke up. This article is from this year, kind of like refreshing. Let's see, when was she on? The past, let's see. Bachelor Nation may remember Lace, who originally appeared on Ben Higgins' season, and Grant, who competed for Bachelorette JoJo Fletcher, falling fast on season 3 of Bachelor in Paradise, which aired in 2016. So she was on Bachelor in Paradise in 2016. So that means she's been in the game for a good half-plus decade. I was going to say century. No, that's Claire. After getting matching Grace tattoos, the pair got engaged during the finale. The past 24 hours have been a whirlwind of emotions. I came here not knowing what to expect. So they got engaged, and then they moved in together. They ended things 2 months after the finale aired. So look, I mean, this is the world of Bachelor. It works fast. But would she be willing to be the Bachelorette? Let's have a listen to the She's All Batch podcast.
All right, so what would you rate these past 2 episodes?
Yeah, we got to dive on into this recap. I will rate them. I don't fucking know. It's really hard to rate them. Like 7s each.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I
I'm
think
willing
I'm just
to give these 8.5.
Wow.
I think these are the two best episodes. Yeah, it was better than my dive, I guess. I think these are the two best episodes we've seen thus far this whole season.
Okay, I'm partial to like Lace's birthday, but okay.
You love Lace so much. Is that why you're over it because she's gone now?
Yeah, I was really bummed to see her go. So like that's where this episode night 1 picks up. Lace gets broken up with, and I felt for her so much. Like those were genuine tears. Like she was truly heartbroken by Rodney. I think obviously Rodney did the right thing by letting her go and not leading her on, but I don't know, all I thought the whole time when I was watching her sob is like, make this woman the Bachelorette. And it's so I DM'd her. That would be
such a good season.
Like if they don't do that, which like they probably won't because they're stupid and they don't like ever take my advice, but
yeah,
that would revive. I think that's what the franchise needs. Like, you know how I was thinking about, like, they tried to get that revival with Claire. Like, remember when they said when they had her come back?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
They want to touch base with, like, their OG fans, like the people that used to really love the show. So they tried doing it with Claire. They didn't realize Claire was going to leave after, like, 45 minutes. Yeah. So they didn't really get that effect that they were looking for. I feel
and it was
like
COVID,
Lace,
too.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things. Yeah, there was a lot of things working against Claire. But like with Lace, I feel like you're bringing someone back from Ben Higgins' season. She also was engaged on Paradise in the past, and then she had this heartbreak with Rodney. Like she's so relevant, but also has ties to like OG fans that maybe are like starting to give up on the franchise. So I DM'd her, and I was like, "Girl, what the hell? You need to be the Bachelorette." And I'll actually read what she said.
Yes, please do. This is exclusive content. But I totally agree. I think she would be so good. And we're also invested in her story. I think that's the problem with these new people. Like Zach, I'm sure he's great, but like I know literally nothing about that man. So how do you expect me to get excited?
She brings up a great point. We're invested in their stories. If you're the Bachelor producer, and you might think this is a horrible idea, but they bring up a good argument. If you're the Bachelor producers and you're like, all right, our heyday was 5-6 years ago. Well, how do we get back to that? Well, let's bring someone back from the heyday, because that way we might pull in people that stopped watching. Claire might have done that. It's almost like whoever's watching the show now is probably going to watch no matter who they pick, unless it's like Colton. No offense. Track that story. But in this case, it's like, all right, well, this isn't the perfect, you could give Lace credit. She's not the perfect beauty queen who's going to give you all the right answers. She's kind of got like a hybrid of like a Katie Thurston. I'm trying to think who else has cried a lot. Not that Katie Thurston has cried a lot, but yeah, I mean it in a messy situation where it's going to be a little bit different than your standard, beauty queen Hannah Brown.
I did.
Yeah, and I don't care. So I said, can we please get you to be the next batch? She said, I don't know if I could go through that exhaustion again. I said, you would be so good. She said, thank you. It would be entertaining. I put the thought out there for them, but we'll see. I said, yes, the only thing working against you is timing, since Zach's season's going to air next. But if Bachelorette was up next, you would be a shoo-in. So this is what frustrates me. Like, she has the perfect storyline. Like, if Bachelorette was starting right after this, like, she's the obvious choice. Obviously, there's maybe other people that may get their heart broken later on in the season that would also be contenders. But she has the perfect exit that, like, if the timing was right, it would be a very obvious choice. But, like, is this strong enough to last through the entire Zach season, beat out every Zach girl that gets her heart broken?
It depends on how Zach's season goes and how the girls are in Zach's season. But if there's no strong contender there, then I think, I mean, they have pulled randos before, like we've seen. Not randos, but you know what I mean. Claire was really unexpected. Ari was really unexpected. So it's not impossible. I think...
Yeah, we have to look at hindsight. Ari and Claire were so unexpected.
We just won't know until we really see how Zach's season pans out. And it's hard because those people definitely have an advantage because it's just fresh in people's minds.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Like, the second Zach breaks up with someone and the girl has a heartbrearing cry, everyone's going to be like, oh, Julie for Bachelorette. And everyone jumps on the bandwagon. And I'm going to be sitting there like, no, Lace.
All right, so you can go check out their full podcast from Jackie and Stephanie's She's All Batch, available anywhere you listen to podcasts. Also check out their Instagram and YouTube. And yeah, it's an interesting point. Lace is as much in the running as any other former alumni, but people we haven't even seen yet might have a story that's worth telling as well. Let me know what you guys think. Link in the comment section if you want to be a part of the podcast. You can go over there, link in the comment section to find out how you can be a part of that. Some people have asked, is it free? It's 100% free. The new podcast is 100% free. It's just extra additional content to go along with the YouTube channel. Appreciate all of your support. We'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend, everybody.